All right, welcome in to another edition of the Hockey Night on Broad Flyers pregame show. Tonight, the Philadelphia Flyers play their last game of the homestand as they battle the Florida Panthers as they meet for the second time of 3 meetings this season. A pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm your host, James Scorza, here for the next 15 minutes or so as the Flyers looking to try another chance to have more footing as they had on Saturday night against the Anaheim Ducks, and it was the return of one of the old Flyers prospects, and it was a salute to all the Philadelphia Flyers fans that came out in style and came back and salute him in Philly fashion on Saturday night against the Anaheim Ducks, and it paid dividends on that very night on Saturday night at the Wells Fargo Center. All right, let's check into what's the recap of the previous game like we always do, and there is a lot to get to in this game, and let's get right into it. So it started early on in the first period for the guys in orange and black to get off to a real good start against the Anaheim Ducks as they found some energy early on in the game, and it took shape right away as Morgan Frost, who got the goal on Thursday night against the Dallas Stars, but that game, Flyers did not take advantage on that one, but Morgan Frost got credit for the first goal of the game early on to give the Flyers an early 1-0 lead in the first period. Later on in the first period, the Flyers are going to try to get some observations, and also it came at a cost for the guys in the Anaheim Ducks zone. And later on, the Flyers are going to try to bounce back in a way that the Flyers could try to get back into a groove, obviously. And it was the guy that we got in the trade for Cutter Gauthier, and it was Jamie Drysdale finally breaking the camel's back and also giving the Flyers a 2-0 lead early on later in the second period. And then Jim Jackson says how sweet it was that the Flyers got most out of it, and also how sweet it was to finally get Jamie Drysdale on the board to give the Flyers a 2-0 lead, and it would stay that way after 20. To the second period, and after a big melee towards the end of the first period, the Flyers are going to try to get a response, and it was also Cutter Gauthier getting the most out of the penalty on this one tonight, and I've seen as the Flyers are going to try to understand what they were trying to do on this very important night. As the Flyers, it was a big penalty box disruption for the Flyers and the Anaheim Ducks. So the Ducks doing whatever they. It was a big penalty box disruption as the Flyers are going to transpire as the Flyers got some penalties on it, made the penalties out of it and everything like that in between. So the Flyers will make it as that's what transpired, and the Flyers are going to try to. It was a big penalty box melee as the Flyers and Ducks were just. Anyway, aside from that, the Flyers try to get a response one more time in the second stanza as the Flyers will get credit for the third goal of the game, and it was Travis Konechny setting up Owen Tippett to give the Flyers a 3-0 lead and would stay that way after 40. To the third stanza, and it was once again the Flyers buzzing once again on this very important night, and it gave the opportunity for Ryan Poehling to give the Flyers a 4-0 lead. And later on in the third period, the Flyers got another goal from Matvei Michkov to make it 5-0. And the Flyers will score one more time, and it was going at halfway after getting the fifth goal. It will make it a 6-0 lead, and the Flyers will continue to make that happen. And it was the first time since the 2010 Eastern Conference Finals against the Montreal Canadiens, and that was the last time the Flyers got many goals in that game, and it made it a 6-0 lead. And that was the last time the Flyers scored 6 goals and had a shutout of a 6-0 win. And that year they headed to the Stanley Cup Finals against the Chicago Blackhawks, but they lost in 6 games to that. But it was the last time the Flyers had a 6-0 shutout, and that was the case here tonight in South Philadelphia. As we set the stage for this very important matchup here tonight between the Flyers and the Panthers, for the Flyers tonight, trying to get back on track after a very good performance on Saturday night against the against the Anaheim Ducks, as Carter Gauthier, like I said, came back and the fans stole the show that night, giving them momentum and also become a real good thing for the Flyers to have more momentum as they get closer and closer to as this will be one of those games that the Flyers had the chance to make sure it would happen in this game. And as for the Panthers is concerned, they're still a feisty team. And sure, they may be the Stanley Cup champions for right now, but on a Saturday afternoon against the Boston Bruins, Florida came back and tied it late, but the Bruins would seal the win. And these two goals were both coming towards the end of regulation for the Panthers to tie this score. And the Bruins won in overtime exactly as a buzzer beater like that, and also having their chip on their shoulder after a disappointing performance on Saturday against the Bruins. The Flyers are going to try to get off the Panthers are going to try to get off on the right foot after try to get back on track after a game that slipped away from the Boston Bruins. All right, let's check out who's trending up and who's trending down on this night as the Flyers got a very motivational win on, I believe like I said, it was on Saturday night. Excuse me, I'm trying to think about what this game meant for the Flyers and all that. So it was a good motivational win for the guys in orange and black, and it was two different kinds of orange. It was the Ducks wearing the orange, it was the Flyers wearing orange, but at the same time, it was a very good boost for the Flyers coming into this game tonight against the Panthers. And so for me tonight, I would say maybe more the same here tonight, as the Flyers are going to try to get back on track again against the very good Florida Panthers team. And sometimes good things could happen. And obviously, like, this was a very good win on Saturday night, so I expect more of the same here tonight as we get closer and closer to puck drop. The Florida Panthers, like I said, came to try to do whatever they can to get a good win out of it on Saturday night against the Anaheim Ducks and all that. So I expect more of the same here tonight. But for who's trending down, other than Carter Gauthier coming back to town for the Flyers, there was nothing to be trending down on this night. Obviously, the Flyers, if they can get back on track again tonight like they did on Saturday night, it will be a very good boost going forward. Like I said, the Panthers coming into this game, I don't want to say it's a Stanley Cup hangover, rather, excuse me. But for the guys in orange and black, I expect probably more of the same. I expect probably the same here tonight, especially more so. So I think it's going to be a good tall task for the guys in orange and black, especially to get back on track here tonight for the first time in quite a while. Before we go any further, we'll check out the injuries and scratches in this game tonight for the Flyers. It's the same injuries that we have as it always has. It's Nick Delorier, who's been injured for a while. He's going to still miss time. And some of the scratches in this game, Joel Farabee back in the lineup tonight. Eric Johnson not back in the lineup. And Alexei Kolosov is the goaltender that is scratched tonight. So obviously it's Urson and Fedotov who are the goaltenders of the 1 and 2. And expect more of the same here tonight in South Philly. All right, let's check out our starting goaltender matchup tonight for the Flyers. It will be Sam Urson in goal once again tonight for the Flyers, who is 10-7-2 this season, has a goals against average of 2.86. And for the Panthers, it will be the former Flyer himself, Sergei Bobrovsky, will be back in goal tonight for the Panthers. And he was in goal on Saturday night, and he also lost his first game in a while on overtime. So he's 18-9-2 this season and has a goals against average of 2.73. And I expect probably, like I said, more the same for the Flyers here tonight. I would hope that it will be more the same for the guys in orange and black as well. So, like I said, Urson in goal for the Panthers and Bobrovsky in goal for the Panther. I'm sorry, the Flyers have Urson in goal and Bobrovsky in goal for the Panthers. All right, let's see. Let's check out our predictions for this game here tonight. So I expect more of the same here tonight for the Flyers. Just more the same here. Obviously, this is probably this could be a better tall test for the Flyers here tonight. So I think it'll be more the same if the Flyers can get back on track here tonight as well. And hopefully it'll be more the same as they go on the road for a few games after tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets and the New York Islanders, and a matinee against the New Jersey Devils on Saturday afternoon. So for me, I think the Flyers could win tonight, but it all depends on who's going to be the big matchup in this game here tonight for the guys in orange and black. So I think that's going to be what's going to be the biggest key in this game here tonight. I expect more of the same, and I hope more of the same here tonight for the Flyers to get ready for I wouldn't say if they get off to a good start tonight against the Panthers, that'll be a good sign. But this is like this first of a back-to-back, so I will be back again tomorrow night to recap this game and much more along the way as well. All right, that is going to wrap me up from here. That is a wrap for the Hockey Night on Board Flyers pregame show. But remember to stay tuned after the game for the Third Line John Flyers postgame show with Pat Bernard and Pavel. Have you covered all, I wouldn't say all season long, but I'd say, obviously I'll be back tomorrow for the postgame, but they got you covered all night long against the Florida Panthers. But like I said, I will be back again tomorrow as the Flyers head on the road again to take on a couple teams from the East Coast against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the first of 3 games of it will be the Blue Jackets on Tuesday night, obviously tomorrow night, and then they'll be taking on the Islanders for the first time on Thursday and against New Jersey on Saturday afternoon in matinee action. So, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for the pregame show. I'll be back for the postgame show, and I will be back for the postgame show on Thursday night as well. But that is gonna, and that's gonna be, and so hopefully the Flyers get a good win here tonight, and hopefully get back on track what they need to do for this upcoming matchup. And that's gonna wrap everything up from here. So, thanks a lot for joining me tonight once again for this Hockey Night on Board Flyers pregame show. And so I will be back again tomorrow for the Flyers in Columbus, and I hopefully the Flyers get a good win out of it and continue this streak going as the Flyers look at trying to make it 2 straight before they head to Columbus and to Long Island. Hopefully they get some wins out of here tonight and also start to get on the right foot. But until then, this has been the Hockey Night on Board Flyers pregame show, and I'm James Scorza saying thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.